What's up people, it's Bjor here again with another video. This time it's about the Burning Crusade. We will go over things as gold, professions, trinkets and the arena, and ways to make sure that you are prepared when TBC hits. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like, it's the best way to support the channel. Now let's get into the video. So, everyone right now is super hyped for TBC, and with Naxxramas right around the corner, it probably won't be that much longer now until Blizzard decides to at least announce in what way they decide to go with WoW Classic. By this point, I think most people, including me, have counted out the potential Classic Plus that many were fantasizing about in the beginning of Classic. Mainly because of how Blizzard have managed the game this past year. It would be very interesting to me if they made up totally new content to Classic WoW, when they can't even handle banning flying lotus bots properly. And with that said, me and probably many others find that it's time to at least start a little bit of preparing for your future adventures in Outland. Let's start with gold. The big gold sink is just like in Classic WoW, the epic mount. The big difference in TBC is that they made the skill to be the expensive part, not the mount. So how much did it cost now again? Well, for you who don't remember the prices, it was 250 gold for the rare 150% flying mount skill. And you might think, oh damn Bjor, that doesn't sound so bad, I make that in 2 hours even now in Classic. Well, the price for the epic mount skill was a whopping 5,000 gold. That's right, 5k gold. And on top of that, you need consumables, and it's just as prominent in endgame TBC as it was in Classic. So while you might be struggling to get that juicy epic flying mount, you going just 150% speed to the raids with all your guildies laughing at you as they race by you at a pwnage speed of 280%, and you still have to blow all your gold that you make on consumes. So how do we not make this happen? Or at least smoothen it a bit? Well, it's quite simple. Start farming now. Almost everyone has a farm that they can use to make about 100 gold an hour. And this is in Classic WoW that we have right now. Some tips are jump runs in Dire Maul, or farming elemental earth and herbs in Mardon. That's 50 hours of farming until the TBC launch. And I would guess that most people could make that in time. And you probably won't even need that much, as you will get quite a lot of gold when questing up to level 70. The next big thing is professions. While no really big changes are made in the world of professions, there is some new really good items, even biz items that comes out of professions in TBC. So let's talk a little bit of that. Choosing professions in Classic is pretty simple. Engineering for sappers and grenades, and one gathering profession, usually mining or herbing depending on what you like the most. This has been pretty standard for most people that raids at least. And engineering is even mandatory in most of the more hardcore guilds just because of the sapper charge. In TBC this takes a turn though, cause now there's gonna be loads of new really good items to get, and during TBC you're gonna be able to even upgrade some of them to make them even more powerful. Take blacksmithing for example. There we have some really powerful new weapons that you as a blacksmith has the option to make for yourself. Like the Drake-faced hammer as a mazesmith or Blaze Guard as a swordsmith. Both of these are top end for rogues in the biz lists in pre-raid TBC. Or maybe you're a person who loves standing around in the capital cities selling your services and want to try your hand at a brand new jewel crafting profession. With jewel crafting you can not only make incredibly powerful gems, but also some really nice necklaces like the hard corium choker. And all of that is fine, but what about the second profession? I'm thinking that I would like to choose engineering, as it probably will be really good for the extra damage in TBC just as in Classic Vanilla. And many who doesn't really care about min-maxing might go for a gathering profession. But here comes the problem, and it's spelled Drums of Battle. This is an item that you can make and use only as a leatherworker. And as you can read here, give everyone in the party 80 melee spell and ranged haste rating for 30 seconds. This in itself is really powerful. But as it is in original TBC, the cooldown of this item only affects the player who uses it, which gives you the possibility to chain use these if everyone in the party has one. So this makes leatherworking really powerful in TBC, and also mandatory if you want to raid on a higher level than casual. I've heard some people speculating on if you could make this item give a party or raid-wide debuff, so you can't use it for some time after the first one goes off. A sort of a solution to this problem. Cause, to be honest, leatherworking might be the most boring profession of all time. And I don't think I'm the only one who thinks like this either. So where do I want to go with this profession rant? Well, as it's not completely set on what might be the best way to choose professions yet, I'm thinking that it would probably be the best to prepare at least 2 full sets of mats for leveling 2 professions up to max in TBC, and keep these materials on alts while waiting. Make 1 set of mats leatherworking mats, and the other a profession of your personal preference. The main reason of this is cause the mats will not be farmed as much anymore when TBC hits, and because of that, it's gonna be way more pricey than it is now. So do yourself a favor and invest in this now rather than later. And it's also nice to have it done, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. The last part of the video is about the arena. The big new thing of TBC. Everyone is talking about it already, and me included. As I'm not a veteran arena player, I'm not gonna do an extensive preparation guide or anything here. But there is some things that people can take with them here that I didn't know until recently, and I would think that many still don't. In Classic WoW, grenades and different engineering gadgets have been pretty standard for all kinds of PvP, whether in the open world or in battlegrounds. So as free action potions and so on. But this ends in the arena, because here it's not allowed and won't work. There is some gadgets who might work in early TBC, but depending on which patch it releases on, you might never be able to use them either. Another thing to take into account here is items that is on use, cause all items with over 10 minutes cooldown will not work either in the arena. That was all about TBC for this prep video. But I do have one more bonus thing that you can easily do before phase 6 and Nax Ramas. Everyone will probably need to get the frost resistance enchants for legs and head. Well, to get those you need insignias from the Argent Dawn. And while you can farm things like bone fragments to turn in for these insignias, you can also, just like in the logistic quests in Cenarian Hold, prepare a lot of different materials and just turn them in for insignias. To do this you need to have at least 20 Argent Dawn Valor tokens ready to go and turn them in for Craftsman Brits. Of these you get a quest to hand in, for example, rugged armor kits, just as with the Cenarian Hold quests. This might not be the cheapest way to go, but it will be the fastest to get your enchants. So if you're a raider and want to have it done fast, because you're pushing into Nax, that's the way to go. Anyways, that was it for today, people. I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.